Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And in the previous show, I talked about alternative communications capability in the case of an emergency, like, when you have a hurricane or something, which we have a lot of storms in Florida. And the biggest thing that happens is we lose power. And if it's a severe storm, we will quite often lose power for an extended period of time. And for instance, if there was damage and stuff like that and we needed help and our cell phones didn't work because the cell phone tower is down, how can we communicate with other people? And one of the things I thought about is CB radio. And I did the previous show was about that as being a viable alternative, or some of the other portable citizens type radios, such as FMS, well, GMRS, those types, MUR. So one of the persons that commented on that show said that there's a portable radio, CB radio, that came out many years ago, that there's a bunch of them available on on eBay, called the HELP. And I don't remember if he mentioned the HELP-1 or -2. This is the -2. Maybe the -1 was a 23 channel that came out first, and this is the -2, which is a 40 channel that came out later. I don't know. These were made by General Electric, and they were made to put in the trunk of your car so that if you have a breakdown on the road or something like that, you can contact people to send a wrecker or somebody back before cell phones. All right, so I found mine. Now this one, let me see if I can get it open. It comes in a nice case. Everything you need is in here. And this is the radio itself. It's a handheld radio. Right here is the power source, which is to plug into your cigarette lighter. Here is the portable antenna that you mount on the top of your car or your truck or your vehicle. And then here is the handheld unit. This opens up so that it has some feet, and there's some magnets on the bottom to hold it down to your vehicle. There's these little foil things, and the top of your vehicle is painted. So I don't know how effective these would be as far as making a ground plane. That's probably one of the problems. And then it's got this telescopic antenna. It's 36 inches exactly to the base, to the tip. Has about 20 feet of wire. Kind of funky connector to be on a transmitter. It's a phono connector. And the wire is pretty flimsy. So I don't know how effective that would be. Anyway, let's go on. So let me get this. Oh, darn. There we go. So there's the unit. It's got a little display here, LED display for the channel number, 40 channel. Here's a little power meter in percent, I guess, because it goes from 0, 30, 50, and 90. Also could be a signal strength indicator when you're receiving. 2 buttons here for channel select up and down. A button in the middle with a 9 on it. That's the truckers, or used to be the truckers channel. So I guess that takes you right to channel 9. Power button, microphone, range, I guess that's the power, output RF power, and volume control, and then a big bar here to hit for transmit. And then down the bottom has the power jack and the phono antenna jack. Like I say, I don't think these were very effective. They were just some major design flaws, like the antenna base and stuff like that. But anyway, pretty compact. And maybe, you know, if you were on a highway or something and trucks are going by, they would be, you know, within close proximity. You could maybe flag one down with this radio and only have to transmit, you know, a mile or less. So that might be good enough. Now, when I bought this at a garage sale, and it was $1. And I knew, and the guy told me, he says, hey, it does not work. Well, okay, so I knew that. I thought, well, maybe it's something simple, I can fix it. And this was over 35 years ago. Yeah, over 35 years ago. So here's the manual, and what gave it away as far as the condition is, inside this manual, I found this piece of paper, and it's upside down. And here's what it says. Unit has no RX, audio, bad audio IC. Unit has no transmit, power, driver and final, spelled with an I. Unit will not change channels. Oh, okay, change channels. A to D converter or PLLIC, and it's got NWR, which may be the gentleman's initials, I don't know. Or maybe it stands for not working or something like that. And then on the bottom is a rubber stamp of the shop's name and address. And I don't want to reveal it in case they're still in business, but they are in Spring Hill, Florida, which is about 40 miles from me. So apparently he took it to this repair shop, and they said, these are all the things that are wrong with it, and he probably said, forget it. So when I saw this list, I'm like, if that's true, forget it. So I did apply power to it, nothing. I got nothing whatsoever. So I said, put it back in the box, put it in the shelf. Well, since one of my viewers reminded me of this, I did dig it up yesterday, and I did find it. And he also said, check eBay, because there's a lot of these on eBay. Well, he's right. There are dozens and dozens and dozens of these on eBay, ranging from $20 up, depending on their condition. I did find one that was, I think, in Fort Myers, somewhere halfway close to me, which, of course, would bring the shipping cost down if it's close to me. But even that, the radio was $20, and the shipping was $20. So that's $40. Now, I mentioned in the previous video that I found on Amazon a brand new Uniden 40-channel CB mobile with a microphone and everything, standard mobile, for $30, including shipping, because I have a Prime account, so it's free shipping. So I would rather invest $30 in that instead of something that is probably iffy. In this whole, now, one thing I should mention, that $30 does not include any antenna. So this includes this funky antenna. So kind of mention that. So either I'd have to buy a specialized CB antenna or use one of my other antennas. So far, using my G5RV and a Discone antenna and my RSP Duo SDR, I have not received anything, no signals whatsoever. I've got about 20 hours total of listening and nothing, absolutely nothing. Again, as somebody pointed out, those two antennas are not the best antenna for CB radio. Anyway, so, you know, I might go for the $30 Uniden and use one of my existing antennas. And I could, somewhere in all my junk, I could have a real CB antenna. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I do have some mag mount antennas for CB or they might be for 2 meters, which is way beyond CB frequency, which is 27 megahertz thereabout. Or maybe this little funky thing would work. I'd have to make an adapter, or cut this off and wire it to a standard PL connector. So that's just where I'm at right now. I'm really trying to look for an alternative to cell phones, because people are really dependent on cell phones. And if you watch like the Weather Channel and you see some of these places get hit by tornadoes and stuff like that, they have no cell phone service. The towers are down. And so their cell phones don't work. Most people don't have landlines anymore. And so, it's kind of hard to communicate. And if you're in a dire situation where you need help, somebody's injured or you're trapped in your house because it fell on top of you, it'd be nice to have something to help you. Now, like I say, there are other alternatives, such as I think it's FMRS and MUR, and there's another one that you can use. You have to but you have to request, for some of those you have to request a license to use them. You don't have to pass any tests. You have to request a license. And I would guess, this is just my personal opinion, I would guess in the emergency situation, you wouldn't have to have a license. I think that kind of overrules everything. That's the way, my understanding, and I'm no expert, my understanding that is the way amateur radio is if there's an emergency radio and you need to, like if you need to broadcast on HF and you don't have a license level that allows you to normally broadcast on HF, you can broadcast on HF if it's an emergency. So I don't think not having a license is going to get you in trouble. That's just my opinion. It's very limited. I don't know a whole lot. So anyway, that's it. I appreciate all the comments I got on that show, all the comments I got on the Facebook groups, the SDR Play Facebook group and the CB Radio Buy and Sell group, because I posted that previous show. I appreciate all the comments. I'm looking for suggestions of communications alternatives in emergencies. This is only in emergencies. Like I said, you can probably transmit even though you don't have the proper license during an emergency. So keep that in mind. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. If you enjoy my shows, please give me a thumbs up and have a great day. And to keep those comments coming. I appreciate the comments. Bye-bye.